Welcome back. It's your boy Meduz. Now, season 23 has just kicked off. Now, placement started yesterday, and today, culmination actually ended. So, we are at season Jordans, and it's Christmas. So, I really don't understand why Kobam actually started Alliance War when everybody's actually enjoying Christmas, or they are on vacation, or they just are not able to play at this point because a lot of MCOC players actually have a life. But anyways, season 23 just kicked off, and the first alliance war of the season, we are going up against this alliance by the name of Juggernauts. Now, I do not know about Juggernauts, never seen them before, but this one is going to be very interesting. I could promise you this one. The alliance rating is actually higher than ours, so we are at a good start, a good placement, especially since we are not trying to get into masters. We are just settling for platinum 1 or platinum 2. Whatever comes, we are going to be satisfied with it. Now, as you can see, I am still in RK30, and we are starting off in T2, which is okay. Our multiplier is low. It was low last season when we ended, but at the end of the day, this one should really help us in staying in platinum 1. So, as you can see, like I said before, the Juggernauts are up for a good whooping. Now, sorry I had to censor that word. I'm trying to be a new guy this season, so I'm not going to say anything that I'm not supposed to say. So I'm just going to keep it nice and clean. It's Christmas. So, as you could see, nothing changed in my alliance except for Whack. His name is Whack Ass. He joined us during the off season, and he's actually living up to his name. Haven't played in this tier yet, so it's really interesting that he came on board to have a bit of a learning experience. As you can see, all the same guys are here from last season, so there's only one new face, but everybody else is solid. Everybody else I could vouch for, and we should not have any problems with Kabam at the end of the season. So we have some guy, I don't know what this guy name is, some guy there. Yes, he knows himself that I don't even know who actually had a good match up in this alliance war. So I'm just going to take a look at the map and look for any thing that's out of place. The Cosmic Ghost Rider there, really don't know why it's there, but that wasn't no surprise that they just threw him somewhere on the map. Nothing really caught my eyes. I see a thing there on what was that node? The thing there was on Power Snack. Yes, I also see Havoc where Havoc is usually, Nova where Nova is. Abomination was new to me there, so that was kind of tricky. That match is epic. You guys should see that one. I'm seeing there's a Killmonger there on Buffet. Nothing too difficult. They have another thing as boss, another thing on brute force. So by looking at this map, I could tell that either these guys do not really care about diversity, or they are in the same position as we are. They do not care about masters or platinum 1 at this point. So the diversity from just looking at the map, I could tell is pretty low. So what I'm going to do is assign lanes, assign paths, and I'm going to jump in with my path and my champs. Now, as you can see, everybody has started, and I think from that time we only had one death. The first death of the season actually went to no other than Whack. I'm sorry, no other than Whack. His first match of the season, and it was Whack. Yeah, he went against Dark Hawk on kinetic transference with Quake, but apparently it did not go as planned. But like I said, it's the first match of the season, so there's a lot of room for improvements. And I'm just happy I wasn't the one who actually died for the first time of the season. Now, as you could see, I'm taking Captain Infinity War, who I recently took up to rank 3, Sig 200, along with Quick and Hyperion. Now, you're probably wondering, like, why Hyperion? Like, a lot of people do not see a lot of Hyperion action in Alliance War, and I just wanted to bring him to showcase him on one fight. Just one. Nothing too fancy, nothing too big. I'm gonna use him. Also, I brought him because of the synergy with Captain Infinity War, where I could armor shatter. So one of my matches, I would actually need that synergy. So it was a good combination for me to bring a champ like Hyperion, who is also poison immune, who I would actually need, along with Captain Infinity War, who I most definitely do not need. But hey, he's Cap, right? You cannot go wrong with Cap. Now, the first matchup here, let's just say I'm a bit rusty. I know the season started, so I'm a bit rusty. Now, I knew for a fact that there was heal block on this node because I learned that last season. So I removed suicides and decided to just use Quick. Now, I know you guys do not like watching Quick fight constantly, so I'm just gonna make this one quick. Now, this fight, did something go wrong in this fight? What can I say? I was just rusty. A lot of things went wrong. So I'm letting go of the heavy so I could speed up the fight. And as you could see, there's nothing much going on. It's Medusa. She's not a stubborn defender, so I am not worried at this point. At this point, this is simple, and I really think that I had my Quicken down because I did use it during the off season. My heavy missed there, but that's fine. I used it during the off season, but not as much because I did Act 7 and I did not use her once in Act 7. So I did use her in Alliance War and in Alliance Quest a lot. So I really figured that Quick is always my go-to in Alliance War, so I brought her for that reason. Now, the next matchup, I did not bring Doom because I decided, like, since this season they were taking it easy, I decided to place my R3 defenders, my R3 Doom, my R3 Warlock, my R3 Colossus, my R3, all my R3s on defense. And I just kept Cap and a few others like covers out of it just in case I do need him. So I decided to go in with just one R3 attacker, which is actually pretty nice, and that was Cap, because I'm starting to really like Cap in Alliance War. Now, this match against Venom, now we all know Venom has this physical resistance, so I decided to play it like a normal match. So basically I'm going to play Venom and bait out his SP1. Now, this was actually my plan because I don't have suicides on and it would take a long time for me to just quick it. Now, I really wanted the fight to end like as soon as it started, but against Venom it does not go like that. So as you can see, the aftershock is on him, plus he has the indestructible, so I gotta get rid of the indestructible, and I just did. So I'm going to do that again by doing quick and parry. Now I'm actually going to hit him a few times and bait out his SP1. So I do not care about his indestructible at this point. I just want to bait the SP1 and go back to quick and parry, because at this point I am pretty safe. He's past the halfway mark and I'm losing a bit of health because of those parries, but it's not too much. Now right there, I'm actually going to get hit. Now he's almost down and I made a silly mistake. Now I don't know what I was thinking, but I think I went in for a parry and yeah, I got parried. So I got parried and 1 or 2 hits, and as you can see, like, the bleed just went from 98% all the way down to 29%. Now that is that's kind of embarrassing. I did get 2 hits and lost more than 75% of my health, and that's Okay, it wasn't more than 75%, but it was still embarrassing. So now I have to heal Quake up, especially at the point where I do need her to go against Invisible Woman. So at this point, I'm frustrated. I'm like, why? Like, why did I get hit? What just happened? But it happens. Shit happens. So the next matchup is against Invisible Woman. Now at this point, I'm thinking it's gonna be the same way as I did with Venom, just quick or Medusa. Maybe I should pull a Medusa, but the only difference is Medusa wasn't stubborn, so I do have to parry Invisible Woman hair. Now if you know me, my quick and dex is on point. Fantastic, it's on point. But I am terrible when it comes to quick and parry. I will let you guys know I'm terrible. I'm much better at quaking and dex. So I just got hit there because I was going for evades, but that's something I'm learning. That's something that will happen at this point, but I'm not too concerned about it. However, I'm concerned about my health because I really don't want to lose more health because I got a lot more quaking to do. Now, going on to the next matchup, I think the next matchup, it was Thing on Power Snack, and some guy took Thing on Power Snack because the person that was originally supposed to take him did not want to take him. So I think one of my alliance members took him, which was actually solid. He used Nick Fury and actually soloed that fight really easily, which was actually awesome because at this point we really don't want to give them too many deaths. Now this matchup, I am going in with Captain Infinity War. Now remember, I told you guys that I'm bringing Hyperion for the synergy in which I could armor break. This is the reason I really wanted to armor break Emma Frost. Now it's just gonna make the fight a lot. It's just, to me, it's easier to armor break her and just deal with her as normal than having to worry about her being in diamond form. Now I do not have my Warlock. He's on defense, and I went to parry her special attack and missed, but she's at 42% health. I went for the parry and I'm going to drop my special 2 and crit on a 97. Now Captain Infinity War right here is not boosted. I have no boost running on him at this point, and the crit was awesome. 97,000. That was pretty good. Now I did not want to lose a lot of health on Quake because of this match, which is against Havoc. Now you guys follow me, so you guys know that last season I had about 27 or 29 or 30 or 100 fights on this node against Havoc. Now I am very confident in this fight. I am not worried too much about Havoc. I'm just going to use Quake and deal with him just like I dealt with him every season. But this one was not as clean as you would have expected. So as you can see, more than half of his health is gone. Now he's almost down and I'm baiting his SP2 and he's not throwing it. So he finally went unblockable through the SP2 and I'm going back to Quaking. Now at this point, I forgot that he was unblockable. So I went for the parry, got hit. I went to attack him, I got stunned. Then I had to evade his SP1. I didn't. I got hit again. And then I went straight back to Quaking. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? But as you can see, I'm being healed by those armor break debuffs. And it is over. I am glad it is over. I did not die. 7 hits and Quake was still standing. So the next fight up is Hyperion. Now this one is tricky. This one everyone was talking about. to be careful with the new Abomination, especially with his power gain, etc, etc, etc. He does not have power gain, not to my knowledge. Now all I have to remember is after he zeroes his special 2 attack, do not go in for a 5-hit combo. Go in for a 3 or a 2, depending on how much of a power meter he has, because he will gain power, and he will gain a lot more power from my hits, not on his own. It has to be from my hits. Now as you could see, my special 2 connected, and he's at 2 bars of power. Now I'm going to bait that off. I did, and now I'm going to go in for an intercept. Got it. Launch my special 2. This is not going to stun him, but I'm going to bait out the special 1 and go back in for my special 1, which will actually do a lot of damage. Now that is actually quite good. Now I do not want to hit him too much because he's already at 2 bars of power, so I'm just going to go in for 1 more intercept and then launch my special 3. Now you have to remember he's at 1 bar of power now, so I have to be careful because the protection is no longer up. Now I have to bait out the special attack that he's going to throw. That's a special 2, which is fine. Now I'm going to go in for a few hits, give him another heavy, special 1, and now the protection is back up, and I'm just going to end this fight. Now Hyperion is actually a solid option for this matchup. Number 1, he's poison immune, which I love. Number 2, he gets his power quick and fast, which means I could launch special 2s, special 3s, special 1s whenever I need them, which is another plus for that matchup. So as you could see, there wasn't much to worry about in that matchup. Maybe if it was a 6-star, it would have been much of a problem, but it wasn't. Now the next matchup is just going to be quick against Sasquatch. Now this is another one of the matchups that Wack took, but it did not work out in his favor. So I was really expecting him to get to at least 50%, but he didn't get to 50%. So let's just say I'm going to end it. Now as you could see, I'm going to get my parry in whenever quick is at 10 aftershocks. Rule number 1, whenever you do using quick, wait for your opponent to get to 10 aftershocks before you parry them. Now as you could see, again, Sasquatch is going to get his wrath. Now because of that, I am not going to parry him. I am not going to do evades only, it's too risky. So all I'm going to do is quick him until he loses it. And now as you could see, it fell off. So I'm actually going to go for my quick and parry. Now the reason I'm actually letting go of my heavy is because I could actually fight him when he has 2 or 1 bar of power, like a normal fight, which is simple. Now this match is almost over and I did not lose much health. I'm just going to play it safe. I'm not going to push him to a bar of power. He's at his wrath again, so I'm going to go back to the first plan, which is just quaking him until the wrath ends, which it did. Now I'm going to wait for 10 aftershocks, which is coming up, and parry him, which means he's going to come back in for another parry, and he should be stunned in a few seconds, and that should end the fight. Now my heavy didn't connect there, so that's fine, but I am still going to fight him and get him down before the regeneration comes up. Now guys, this is the other matchup that I really wanted you guys to see. This was not supposed to be my matchup. I actually made a mistake during planning and forgot that Apocalypse was on Polkadot. So I decided to take in Hyperion because Hyperion I could actually gain my own power and not worry about Apocalypse too much, but I was nervous. I will tell you that I do not fight Polkadot a lot. Now since I don't fight Polkadot a lot, I have to try to remember not to parry. Now I got hit there at the start of the fight, but that's fine. I'm going to drop my special 1 because whenever I drop my special 1, it's going to incinerate him, which means I'm going to parry and get my furies up. And that's exactly what I did here. But stupid me forgot that my SP2 stuns. Now at this point, I am nervous. I am like, wow, what did I just do? So that's fine. I'm going to go back in with a special 3. And that is going to like give me the spacing that I need. So I'm looking at my health, looking at his, and I'm like, I got this in the bag. I just have to calm down. So I did. Now I am going to bait out his special 1. That's the plan. So there's this special 1. While he's doing that, I'm actually going to get my health back up. So I'm doing that by holding my block, which actually helped. Now I let my special 2 go again and then drop my heavy attack. And you could say I got lucky on the special 2 there that it did not stun him. But it was not the cleanest fight. It was not the fight that I was looking for, not the way that I wanted to win. But hey, a win is a win. A solo is a solo. And that's what they say, right? So at the end of the day, we won this match. Juggernauts did not have a chance, and as you could see, it was the first match of the season. Probably terrible, a lot worse than last season, but we just started, so we're getting the kinks off. And shout out to the guys for actually pulling it off. We were not trying, and we finished really late, last minute. But anyways, that's all for today, guys. Merry Christmas.